A lot has been made about Pascal Siakam over the course of this offseason, but is Pascal Siakam a good enough basketball player to be the first option on a contending team? Let's get into it. Welcome to Amateur Hour Sports, where we just hit 800 subscribers on the channel. Thank you very much to anybody who did hit that subscribe button and join the movement of the channel. If you like what you see today and you want more of myself talking about the Toronto Raptors 4 days a week, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with all that content. But on to today's topic. Pascal Siakam, if he is good enough to be the number one scoring option on a contending NBA team, mainly the Toronto Raptors next season. Is he good enough to be that guy when it comes to the clutch situations? Basically, this video was sparked from my previous video's comment. I talked about if the Raptors were able to be contenders next season, and the common argument against the Raptors being able to do so is the fact that apparently they don't have a number one option on offense suitable to carry them in these situations. They don't have that superstar player to get them through these clutch situations like you saw against the Boston Celtics. But I'm in the mindset that Pascal Siakam is that guy, and I am getting a little bit annoyed with the complete and utter disrespect to this guy. He had one bad playoff run, and all of a sudden, people don't think he's a good basketball player anymore, as if he didn't show out throughout the entire regular season. And if you want to talk about him being only a regular season player, then you can look at his stats from the championship run in 2019, because he was balling out in those playoffs as well. He is shown to be a guy who can contribute hugely in a playoff situation. He has shown to contribute hugely in the regular season, especially in clutch moments. This guy has been hitting clutch shots consistently for the Raptors over the last couple of years. He is 1 year removed of being the most improved player in the NBA, and honestly was within a shout of being the back-to-back most improved player, because he took another huge jump this season, the season that just passed, putting up now 23 points per game, and there's no indication that this development is just going to stop, is just going to plateau at 23 points per game. He's improved immensely. Look at the jumps from season to season over the last 3 seasons as a whole. He's gone from 7 points per game to 17 points per game. Then he's gone from 17 points per game to 23 points per game while shooting so much better from 3. And it's not just corner threes anymore. He's shooting above 35% from 3 all the way around the three-point arc. It's not just corner threes, like I said. He can pull up off the dribble from 3 now, which he was not doing 2 seasons ago. He's getting to the rim with a lot more ease. He's hitting his jump shots. He's pulling up off the dribble. Again, like I said, pulling up off the dribble, which is huge for your number one scorer. He's doing all these things, but why are people saying that this guy isn't a first choice option on offense? If you want to just look at 2 playoff series and just base your entire synopsis of Pascal Siakam on those playoff series, fine. There's nothing I can say about that, because Pascal Siakam was brutal in the playoffs. Everybody knows he was brutal in the playoffs. Pascal Siakam himself knows he was brutal in the playoffs. But what do you think this guy's doing? This guy's a former most improved player. He is in the lab fixing what was broken during those playoff series. Do you think he's really not working on all this stuff? This is going to be fixed for the next regular season. This guy's only 26 years old. He's not even in the prime of his basketball career yet, and people are still doubting this guy, counting him out, and I'm done with it. This guy just got an all-NBA second-team placement, as well as being the starter on an all-star team this season that just passed. The season that just passed, he was all NBA second team and an all-star starter. And people are trying to say that this isn't a superstar? What else does this guy have to prove to you to be classified as this number one option on offense? He always adds, every season, from season to season, he adds another asset, another element to his game on offense to make himself that much better. What I noticed last season from 2 seasons ago was the MIP season. What I noticed last season that he improved on was mainly being able to shoot the 3 ball from anywhere and not just the corners. That was huge. Secondly, pulling up off the dribble from 3, which was immense in some games. That's where these extra points are coming from. And for sure, this guy is going to be adding more assets to his game for the next season. And just that poor playoff series is just going to make him even hungrier to improve himself. He's all about improvement, and that's exactly what he is going to do for next season. This is a guy who in an NBA Finals game shot 14 for 15 from the field with one of the best defenders in the NBA, Draymond Green, covering him for most, if not the entire game. Game 1 of the Golden State Warriors series, Pascal Siakam put up 32 points, 14 for 17 shooting. And don't try to tell me that the best defender wasn't on him because Kawhi Leonard was on the court. Draymond Green, definitely considered one of the best defenders in the NBA, all over Pascal Siakam in that game, but it didn't matter. You can go to Game 6, the penultimate game of that NBA Finals, where Pascal Siakam puts up 26 points. Part of the process of willing that team to an NBA championship, he outscored Kawhi Leonard in that game. Pascal Siakam and Kyle Lowry both had 26 points in that game. Kawhi Leonard had 22. Obviously, there's different contributions from everybody, but you can't tell me this guy isn't a clutch performer when in the biggest and most important game in Raptors history, Game 6 of the 2019 NBA Finals, he leads the team in scoring with a very good defender on him. Just from watching one playoff series or two playoff series, one playoff run after a lockdown period where he was unable to get any repetitions in and he was losing confidence. You're telling me from that one playoff run, you're just all of a sudden getting a 180 on your feelings about Pascal Siakam and tell me he's not prepared to be a superstar. He's not prepared to be the number one option on a contending team when he has proven in the past that he can be that superstar option. He showed it throughout the entire regular season en route to becoming second team All-NBA, becoming a starter on an all-star team. And then the lockdown happens. He spends 3-4 months without even touching a basketball, basically. Sure, he's going to struggle. And Pascal Siakam, who is a rhythm player, who started to struggle in the final 8 games of the regular season in the bubble, the confidence just ate him away. And without Raptors fans giving him the support he needed, going out all over him over social media, talking about how bad he was playing, how is that going to help the guy? He's 26 years old. He's still very young in terms of an athlete's perspective. This guy is not in his prime yet, and he's already second team All-NBA. Why is there this conception that he is not going to continue to improve as he enters his prime over the next year? The bottom line is Pascal Siakam is going to take another jump next season. He's going to be even better than he was this season. He is going to be an all-star again next season, and he is going to show people why he can be that option on offense, that first option on offense, playing with the likes of Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, all these other very good scorers of the basketball. Pascal Siakam is the best scorer on the Toronto Raptors. He is the best player on the Toronto Raptors, and he is going to showcase that this season. When it comes to the playoffs, that's where he's really got to show up, because we saw it in the regular season last season. We're going to see it again in the regular season next season. But are we going to see him come alive in the playoffs? I think so. I think he's prepared to be even better than he was 2 years ago for that championship run. He knows what's at stake. He knows his role. He knows that he needs to be better. Take in, this Raptors team almost took down that Boston Celtics team without their best player even showing up to the series. Pascal Siakam was awful. I'm not denying he wasn't awful in the playoffs. He played awful for all 7 games of that Boston Celtics series. Maybe he had one good half, but he was awful in that series. Yet still, they barely lose the Game 7. Imagine that series if our best player shows up and does what he's supposed to do. When Pascal Siakam does that next year, the Raptors are a threat in the Eastern Conference. They are a threat to the entire NBA. With the stellar defense they play, defense wins championships, and players like Siakam, Lowry, Fred VanVleet putting the ball in the basket, this team is a contender for next season. The worst thing you can do as a Raptors fan is just disrespect Pascal Siakam and just completely destroy his confidence. If you want him to improve, you got to give him the support. You got to give him the love, because athletes are humans as well. Pascal Siakam needs this support to come over the adversity he's facing at the moment. He's in the lab, he's working, he's trying to make himself better and prove why he can be the superstar, why he can be the number one option next season. That's all I really have to say about this matter. I don't usually get heated about Raptors videos, but this one I'm pretty upset about, the disrespect Pascal Siakam is facing at the moment. You can call me an idiot in the comments, whatever. This is how I feel. I'm giving it to you straight. Pascal Siakam is that guy, and he is going to show it next season. Let me know what you guys think about Pascal Siakam in the comments down below. Do you honestly, is there anybody out there who can honestly say that we should trade Pascal Siakam? Because I'm not having any of that discussion about trading Pascal Siakam. But let me know what you think in the comments down below about Pascal Siakam. Can he be that superstar? Can he be that number one option? Or is he the Robin who needs his Batman? Because I think this guy is definitely the Batman. He's the number one option. He is going to show it. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. That wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you are still here, please like the video if you like, and subscribe to Amateur Sports for more content just like this. Again, thank you so much for the 800 subscribers. I hope I don't hurt anybody's feelings when I talk about Pascal Siakam in this kind of emotional and heated way, but this is just truthfully how I feel, and I'm very sick and tired of the disrespect I'm seeing towards this guy. At the end of the day, I believe what I say. If you disagree, that's okay. I really don't agree if you think Pascal Siakam is not the superstar, but entitled to your opinion. Please feel free to share it. If you don't come at me hostilely, I won't come at you like that. Thank you again for watching. We'll see you again next time.